Your brain is a weird little organ. It gets the exact same chemical reaction from eating chocolate, winning the lottery, hugging your dog, and one specific activity that humans have been obsessed with for 4 million years. We're going to talk about that last one. And spoiler, it's not even really about what you think. It's a chemistry experiment happening inside your skull, and your brain has been tricked 4 million years ago. Our ancestors were hairy little guys running around East Africa hoping lions didn't eat them. And here's the thing. Evolution doesn't care about your feelings. Evolution has one rule: if you don't reproduce, your genes die with you. Forever. Cancelled. So nature had a problem. How do you get an animal to go through the effort of finding a mate, competing with rivals, raising kids for 18 years, and not just give up and eat berries? Answer: bribe them. Nature installed a reward system in our brain. A little chemical vending machine that pays you in pure happiness every time you do something that helps the species survive. Eat food, dopamine. Drink water, dopamine. Find a partner and connect with them, your brain blasts you with dopamine like you just won the World Cup. Humans aren't doing it because they logically decided to keep the species going. They're doing it because their brain is addicted to the reward. Congrats, you're a lab rat. So what's actually in the vending machine? 4 main chemicals. Let's meet the squad. 1. Dopamine, the hype man. This is your reward chemical. It's the oh yeah feeling. It's also what gets released when you eat pizza, scroll TikTok, gamble, or take cocaine. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between deep human connection and a slot machine. 2. Oxytocin, the clinger, nicknamed the love hormone. It's what makes you feel attached to someone after you're close to them. It's also released when you hug, when you hold hands, and weirdly, when mothers breastfeed. Same chemical, your brain uses one tool for all bonding. Evolution is lazy. 3. Endorphins, the painkillers. These are basically your brain's morphine. They kill pain and make you feel euphoric. This is why sometimes people cry from happiness. Your brain is overdosing on its own drugs and doesn't know what to do. 4. Serotonin, the chill guy. Released after the fact, makes you feel relaxed, sleepy, and weirdly philosophical. This is why people get way too deep in conversations when they're cuddling. And here's the wild part. Your brain releases all 4 of these during orgasm in like 6 seconds. Scientists have scanned people's brains during this moment and found it looks almost identical to a heroin high, which is both horrifying and explains a lot. Now here's where it gets fun. Because humans have known connection feels good for a long time. The history is honestly unhinged. Ancient Egyptians 5,000 years ago had a god named Atum who, according to their own religious texts, created the entire universe by being alone and enthusiastic about himself. I am not kidding, that's in their holy books. Ancient Greeks were obsessed with the human form. They had gods for love, gods for desire, gods specifically for beautiful rear ends, a whole cult for butts. The Greeks had priorities. Ancient Romans thought women's organs could physically wander around inside their body like little explorers causing emotional problems. Their solution? Loud noises and bad smells to scare them back. This was legitimate medical advice for 1,500 years. Medieval Europeans thought experiencing pleasure was a sin, so they invented guilt. Just guilt as a concept, mostly about this. And the Victorians in the 1800s? They were so repressed they covered the legs of tables because they thought table legs were too suggestive. Meanwhile, literally, at the same time, the Japanese were painting the most unhinged art you have ever seen. Different cultures, same species, very different energy. Okay, so big picture, why did your brain evolve to make human connection feel this good? Like, way better than it needs to for basic reproduction. Here's the theory scientists actually believe. It's not just about making babies. Humans are one of the only species where babies come out completely useless. Other mammals? A baby deer can walk in 15 minutes. A baby human can't even hold its own head up for months. So humans needed parents who would stick together long enough to not ditch the baby. Most species don't. A male lion will mate and peace out forever. But humans needed a pair bond, a connection, something that would keep 2 people interested in each other long after the biological mission was done. So evolution made the bonding feel so good that we'd want to stick around. Basically, your brain's reward system isn't just trying to get you to reproduce. It's trying to get you to love someone. Because love is what keeps the species alive, which is either the most beautiful thing you've ever heard or the most terrifying manipulation ever invented. Depends on the day. So next time you feel that rush of happiness around someone, remember, it's not magic. It's not fate. It's a 4-million-year-old chemical bribe your brain is paying you to keep the species going. Kind of ruins the romance, doesn't it? Or does it make it even crazier that evolution figured out love was the answer? Anyway, your homework for today is to appreciate that you are literally a walking chemistry experiment being run by a brain that's been cooking for 4 million years. Congratulations. Drink some water. See you next time.